Let's take a little trip to Iceland, because when it comes to shopping for seafood, where the fish is sourced, it absolutely matters. I spent a lot of time in Alaska when I was working on cruise ships, and I learned a lot about the fishing industry and how the fish are sourced and chosen. And places like Iceland are where you find the best of the best because of the waters the fish are swimming in. Egg Harbor brings us 10 of their 6-ounce Icelandic Cod Filets. And as a little extra treat, they're throwing in this garlic and herb butter that pairs so beautifully with the cod. Cod is so versatile, it is so easy, and it's one of those dishes that even people who say they don't love seafood, they usually like cod. So it's easy, it's a crowd pleaser in so many ways. A sale price today should be almost $120. We're looking at under $110 and an easy pay of $22. You can also lock in auto delivery every 60 days for 1 year. Let's welcome back in Brittany Rastelli to tell us more about our Egg Harbor cod. Brittany, good to see you again. Thanks for being with us throughout the 2-hour show with you and Chris. We appreciate you being here. And this is such a wonderful way to get more fish in our diet.
It really is. If you're someone that really is thinking, you know what, I'd love to incorporate more fish into my diet, or I only order fish in restaurants because I'm not sure how to prepare it, this is a really wonderful place to start, Rachel. Like you said, cod is one of the more mild fish out there. It has this beautiful silky texture. Some whitefish out there, they're a little bit more stringy. They're a little bit more chickeny. This one has that satin sort of hue to it because it's such a silky textured fish, but it's also incredibly mild on the interior. So it pairs really well with anything. Today, this fish is coming to you with the roasted garlic herb butter. So you can just make it either on your grill, on a sheet pan, or in the saute pan with just the butter, and you have everything that you need. But what makes this fish so incredibly special really is the location. That Icelandic coast that has the North Atlantic Ocean off the coast, nutrient dense, wild caught, really, really cold waters, and the cod come right out of the water there, and they're line caught, meaning there's nothing else going into those nets that shouldn't be, because there is no net. It's all line by line, cod by cod. So they come out of the water in Iceland where they are deboned, the skin is taken off, and then they are individually packaged and blast frozen for you.
Brittany, I have an update already. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we have only 3 dozen remaining, and that's it. So we're going to go through and tell you as much as we can, but 3 dozen left. So please use that phone number because these might be gone at this sale price. But Brittany, really to prepare these, it's very, very simple, which I love when it comes to cod.
Exactly. Cod, again, it's kind of like salmon. We can cook it almost any way. It's substantial enough to be battered, breaded. It can go on the grill, although I do recommend either a piece of foil or a seafood pan because it can get stuck to the grates really easy. But just go ahead and pat it dry with a paper towel, because this is one of the more moisture-driven fish. And then we're just going to go ahead, put it
into that
inside.
Sizzle.
Yep. It's about 1 inch thick. So every inch, about 10 minutes in a saute pan. So we're just going to let it sit there for about 5 minutes. And then we'll flip it. We'll add some of that beautiful butter. And if we have time, we'll add some tomatoes and white wine and make a sauce all on its own. But that's just one way that you can prepare it. However you do prepare it, each and every time, you're gonna have those beautiful white silky flakes and just that incredibly mild flavor that should come with a cod.
I mean, the flavor of cod is something that I just find so refreshing, and it's really a great dish to pair with so many different flavors. Really, the possibilities are endless. Could I bread this, Brittany, and have sort of a fish and chip situation?
Absolutely. You can definitely bread it and do the fish and chip style. You can batter it, or I want to show you something that I do with the kids, which is even less work than battering.
I'm sorry
or
again
breading.
to interrupt. We're last call. So we're gonna be sold out, so please check out of your carts right now. But Brittany, yes, please show us the garlic and herb butter.
So what I do is I take my fish and then I take a dollop of the garlic and herb butter and I put that on top of my fish and I just sort of spread it.
Okay.
Like that. And then I get that buttery cracker crumble that I was talking about earlier.
Yes.
I let the kids smash the crackers together in like a plastic bag. And then I go ahead and I bake that. And that gives me the crunchy exterior with that buttery flavor seeping into the fish. And then I didn't even have to do the work that comes along with breading it. My kids will eat Faroe Island salmon as is with absolutely nothing on it. But with any other fillet of fish, I have to give them a little crunch still. So this is just a really easy way to go ahead and do that.
Brittany, we are sold out. So congratulations to anyone who was able to bring those home. We're going to take a little break so that we can figure out what we're going to be able to bring